Good afternoon. Okay. I hope you all had a good lunch, and thank you all for taking the time to come and join our session. So just a quick question. Is there anyone here who did not attend our talk day before yesterday? Okay, I see a few hands. Okay, awesome. So for those who are new, we are going to take a look at a new service from Catalyst by Zoho called as Catalyst Slate. It is basically a front-end platform that lets you build, deploy, and manage your front-end applications. The developer experience is as effortless as it can be. So all you need to do is connect your GitLab, GitHub, or Bitbucket, or whatever version control software you use. And every time you make a commit, the changes gets built and deployed, and you get a deployment URL right away. And yeah, those who attended our session would know that it runs on Zoho's own battle-tested infrastructure that 130 million people use every day. So that's what you get when you use Slate. And it supports any of the front-end platforms and frameworks that you use: React, Vue, Next.js, Svelte. So this, like I said that day, it's not a definitive list. It supports almost all of the famous frameworks that you have heard of. So enough with the theory. Let's start with the hands-on session, shall we? So everyone get your laptops ready. I'll give you guys maybe a minute or two. And I would like you all to type this URL into your browser. Okay, so they didn't start the timer, so I got a cheat code, I guess. So. So if you guys need any help, my colleagues will be here walking in the aisle, so just reach out to them and they'll help you out. And if the internet you've been provided here, I hope it's fine. If not, I recommend connecting to your personal hotspot. So. So if you had entered that URL that's there on the screen, you would be taken to a page that looks like this. So I'll leave the URL up for a few more minutes. Is everyone done with this part? Does anyone need help? Please raise your hands if you need help. Okay. Okay, I'll take that as the confirmation that we are good to go. So I would like you all to sign up for Catalyst. So you can just connect your Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, Microsoft, or GitHub accounts and go ahead with the sign up. So it should probably walk you through a sign-up wizard of sorts. So just answer the questions and go through. And if you need any help, as always, please reach out and we'll help you. You guys are all done with the sign-up? So yeah, you don't have to fill in the form. You can just sign in using your Google or Microsoft or GitHub accounts. So once you do complete the sign up process, you should be taken to a page that looks like this. 1 second, let me just open it. Yeah, let me know once you've reached the console. Or let me know if you are not able to also. Okay, can I proceed? Yes or no? Okay, awesome. Thank you. So the next thing we need to do is enable Slate for all of you. Like I mentioned day before yesterday, this event is the first event where we've actually showcased this platform, this particular service outside. So you guys need to do a small favor to make this process easy. Please scan this QR code on your phone and enter the same email address that you used to sign up for Catalyst. Once again, please ensure that the email address that you are entering in this form is the same thing that you used to sign up for Catalyst. We will enable it. Yeah. So we'll wait for a couple more minutes so that everyone is done with this step. Okay, so if you are facing any issues with the network speed, once again, I highly recommend that you connect to your personal hotspot. All right, can I go ahead with the next step? Awesome. So, to walk you guys through the Slate hands-on demo, I would like to invite one of our product managers, Rangarajan, here. So he worked really hard on Slate, and he's very excited to walk you all through this hands-on session. Over to you, Rangarajan.
You guys able to hear me? Yeah, cool. Sorry? Okay, cool. We'll just take 2 minutes to enable early access for you all guys. Okay, Akilavan? Yeah, I will be enabled in 2 minutes. So before that, you guys had lunch, right? How was it? Okay, I don't hear any noise from over there and there and there. It's like only the first row guys are talking. Why is that? Okay, cool. So I'll take this hands-on session somewhat like more of a conversational way. It is not going to be in a traditional presentation way where I'll be like, I'm not going to be like a typical marketing guy who'll speak like, yeah, this is the product you have to buy and something like that. It's going to be like a normal, a one-on-one conversation with one developer to other developer. Okay. So anyone like Next.js? Okay, make some noise. Cool. So I'm an Next.js guy too, and I like React more. For some reasons, I hate Angular. I'm not sure why. Is there any Angular haters here? Yeah, same. But I'm a JS lover. I'm not in any community though. It's a personal preference. Okay, got it. So let me start with the session. Okay, there are so many mics here. I'm overwhelmed. Once the tech team behind the scenes enabled Slate for Slate early access. Sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. Once the tech team behind the scenes enable Slate early access, you should see something in the notification which says like this. Slate early access is available for you, and instead of access feature, you will have something like enable early access or something like that. Were you guys able to see that? No, not yet? Okay. Exactly. So we'll take like at least 2 minutes. Like we are like around 200 people, right? We have to like run a job behind that. We have to iterate every indexes in the array, and we have to like make some entries, and we have to make some API calls, stuff like that. Cool. Okay. Some may have their account hosted in INDC and some may have their account hosted in USDC. To identify if you are on US or in INDC, if you see like console.catalyst.zoho.com, it means you are on US. If it says like console.catalyst.zoho.in, it means you are on INDC. Congratulations for the .com guys. Without using any VPN, you all are on US. Okay? No? Sorry? Oh, you are all .in. I guess I'm the lucky guy. I'm in .com. Oh, see, there are some .com guys as well. Okay. There's some problem with this cable, I guess. There is not. No, put on here. That's fine. So before, once the tech guy, the magic guy behind the scenes working on, what's your opinion on Frontend, and how do you feel like being a JS developer? If anyone could answer, like, I'll just have my team hand over a mic to you, and you can answer, or if there are any specific feature that you like on a framework that you use daily, you guys can let us know, like, maybe let me know, because I'm a newbie developer or kind of something like that. Just because I'm working on Slate, I just want to learn Frontend. Anyone would like to like? Oh, seems like there is no Frontend developer here. You guys are Frontend developer or backend guys? Frontend, right? Just give me some points. Sorry? Sorry? Okay. Slate will take some time. You know, there is a reason behind why we named this service Slate. You know, it's like a clean slate where you can draw anything. So it's the reason behind the naming, and our competitors are like, their name is like just gibberish. They don't have, they didn't use any, they didn't ask their team what we should name the service or something like that, because we just asked our team for this name. Cool. Okay.
2 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Sorry. Bro, can you like? Okay, still anyone facing any issue or all your issues has been solved? Akhil? Rahul, can you like? It's coming. The magic takes some time. It's like Harry Potter lost his wand or something like that. Sorry? Sorry, I'm not able to hear. Okay, okay. Before going on the Slate demo, I would like you guys to like tell more about Catalyst and what Catalyst is and what do we do offer. So Catalyst is a platform as a service product where you can develop, where you can deploy your full stack application. It's suppose like if you have, let's say, an Express backend or Fastify backend or something like that, be it any framework, it can be deployed on a Catalyst Slate in a different service. That service is called AppSale. And for all your data store and object storage needs, we also provide a different service called Stratus, which is an equivalent or an alternative to Amazon's S3. And we also offer one more type of database, which is called NoSQL. Simply NoSQL, there is no like prefix or suffix or something like that. It's NoSQL. And it is an alternative for DynamoDB, which is being offered on AWS. If you are into like more of a security guy and you want to like build your own app which has sign in with Google, sign in with Twitter or something like that, Catalyst also provides an abstracted version of that. That's called Catalyst Authentication. And we also provide an extensive set of APIs and SDKs for mobile as well as web. So if you are like, if you want to like develop and deploy a front-end app with, let's say like an a booking app which has signed in with Google, once a user signed in, you want like an integration with a payment system, something like Stripe or Razorpay, you can do everything on Catalyst itself. Yeah. Has anyone like heard before Catalyst by Zoho, like before coming to this event? Yeah, not you, Harish. So anyone else? Okay. I could see only 2 to 3 hands. Okay, that as well. Okay. Anyone from here? The top row? So yeah. Yeah, go on. Exactly. We offer AI services as well. We have like 2 AI services. One is named QuickML and another is named Zia services. The QuickML service is where you can create an prediction model or something like that. Currently, we are also planning to provide LLM serving as a service inside QuickML. Like, let's say if you want to like host a DeepSeek model in Zoho's infrastructure and you want to be able to create an agent service or you want to create your own version of agent, you'll be provided with the infrastructure and the model by Catalyst itself. What you do is you just build and give a pre-prompt so that it directly interacts with the LLM and gives you the response back.
But my question was like, are you offering something similar to Replit? So Replit is basically you give a prompt, okay, I want to build this kind of web application, then it helps you build something.
Okay,
like,
so something like bolt.new and...
yeah, something like that.
Okay, we are working on it and I'm not supposed to say about that thing until July 14. Yeah, because there may be something which might be an alternative to bolt.new from Zoho or maybe from Catalyst or maybe from Slate, which I'm not supposed to tell. Yeah. I hope you guys get an early access news on this. Yeah. Yeah. Now some of you might have got a notification like this. Thank God the magic wand worked finally. So are you able to see something like this? No, not yet. Can you guys refresh and check? Already done that. Okay. Wait few more minutes. And before that, I would also like to show you guys something. So this is Catalyst GitHub repository. What we did is like we open sourced our roadmap. So yeah, if you like have any requirements that you want from Catalyst, or you want to see what Catalyst is doing, what's there behind the scenes, and what we work on and stuff, so you can like go to this link directly. It's github.com/catalyst by Zoho/project/1. So these are the things which are like under research. Maybe like research guys do their own thing, and these are in development, and these are like in coming soon. And early access, like you can see like Slate here as well. It was like launched like 2 to 3 months back, and it's you are all the first guys to work on Slate for the first time. And these are all the features that just got shipped. You can see like Slate as the object storage service I said a few minutes back, right? And S3 alternative. Yeah. I guess now they might have got the notification. Okay, Zoho.in guys, you would have got an notification. Sorry, com guys. Sorry, in guys. Welcome, com guys. Okay. Those who signed up on Zoho.com, can you check? No? Okay, what I'll do is I'll just deploy an app that I have. Like you can see that for now, and maybe like it's the same process for you guys also. It is going to be so straightforward. So what I did is like I directly connected my GitHub account. It has crappy codes, but it works sometimes, and it may not sometimes. But the app which I deploy now will work for sure because I tested a few minutes back. Okay, so the app I'll be deploying is based on Next.js, and it's from Next.js 12.5 point something. And the Catalyst supports Next.js apps which are built from version 12 and above. Okay, this is the app I'll be deploying. I will simply select the repository, and I just give a deployment name. Let's name this as main, because like I'll be deploying the main branch of my repository. And here you'll be selecting the framework, and most of the times, like 99.9%, it automatically detects what type of framework the app has been developed, and the 0.01%, the guys who write HTML and CSS, it will work. For them, it will be like named as static or something like that. And for everyone else, the framework will be automatically chosen, or you guys have to select the framework by yourselves. And the runtime that you want your app to be built. And currently it is Node 16, 18, and 20. We are working on 22 on the latest versions. And the root path of where your client code starts from. Let's say there are people who use monorepos, where you will have a root directory named Frontend. Inside the Frontend directory, you will have all your Frontend codes. If that's the case, you have to select /./Frontend. If it is on the root repository, you don't have to do anything. And I'm a simple developer, so I have all my code in the root of the repository. So here, there's an option called auto deploy. This option comes only when you select the deployment sources branch. So there are like two type of deployment you can create currently at Slate. One is branch-based deployment, and the other one is commit-based deployment. We are working on supporting pull request-based deployment and MR-based deployment for the GitLab and the other users. So yeah, once you select the deployment, once you enable auto deploy, for each and every commit that you made to the branch you have selected, it will create a deployment automatically. And since it's a Next.js app, you will have an option to modify the memory that your server code is running on. I'll show that option later in the video, in the demo. And here I'll be choosing what's the build path. Once your application is built, on which directory the built artifact will be placed, you have to mention that here. And based on the installation command, whatever be your installation command, be it npm install or yarn install, you have to like mention the command here. And most of the times it will be automatically fetched from your package.json, and sometimes it may not, the 0.001% case. And if you have any environment variables, you will have an option to enter that while creating process itself, or you can create, you can update the environment variables once you have deployed the app. Click on deploy. The other magic works now. It works. Don't worry, guys. Okay. Now the process is like what we do is like internally we have our own pipeline system which is running only on our infrastructure. We are not on AWS or anything else. So we pull the code from we clone the code from your GitHub repository. The repository you selected and the branch you selected. We take that fingerprint, we clone the code, we build based on the command you provided, and we deploy on Catalyst Slate. So now you can see the latest commit which was on that branch is mentioned here, and that particular commit is being cloned here. And once the cloning is completed, it will be like within the pipeline, and the installation part will be starting soon. So it will execute npm install command, and we can see all the npm logs which it produced, and it's now building the application. Once the application is built, it will be automatically deployed. The app I'm deploying here, like I use a server-side endpoint within Next.js itself, and the static content. So all the static contents will be served directly from the Zoho's own CDN, which is Nimbus, and all the server-side content will be deployed to Zoho's own infrastructure, which is on a serverless model. Yeah, the app has been built, and we can see the what are all the routes which has been built by the app here. So the build process has been completed. Now it says like we are uploading your artifact, the build artifact, to deploying it to Zoho's environment. Now we can see like the app building process is completed. Once I hit on preview, it will directly go to the app. So it's a simple app, and this particular thing is like served from it's a server side path which is being generated from the server. And once you hit on go to overview, you'll be able to see the entire app's details from this screen, where it has the build ID and the deployment ID and the commit ID of the latest deployment and the latest commit message for your reference, and other things. Here you will be able to edit the default URL which we provide. For this, it says like Next.js hyphen something, a hash value. If you don't want that, and if you want, let's say a random, a value that you want to expose to the users, let's say, tomato. Tomato was on top of my mind. I'm just using that word. Okay, once it will be automatically saved, and if I click here, it will directly go to tomato.onslate.com. The same app will be loaded, and like we were saving the best for the last. This is not the last, of course. And what was that is, we were telling more about the how we are better better than our competitors, right? Most of you were thinking like it is only based on the pricing model. Of course, pricing is one of the aspect, but pricing alone is not the advantage of choosing Slate over the competitors. What it offers is multiple deployment model, where you will be able to create multiple deployments for multiple branches. So I'll show you an example. Here, the repository I deployed is this one, right? This is the repository I deployed my app from, and this particular app has multiple branches. One says feed flags, response fix, and the other says UI fix, and the pre-production and production. So my model for this app was I'll have all my production code in a different branch named production, and I'll have a different branch named pre-production, which has all the code which will soon to be moved to the production. And these are all developer branches. Let's say like you are a team of 2 to 3, and each developer will have their own branch when developing a feature, right? Let's assume like you have like 2 QA people and 2 developers. All of them want to like test a feature on an infrastructure, right? So for them, what you can do is each of them can create their own deployment within Slate with either auto deploy enabled or disabled whatever may be their case. So how to do that? This is the app which we deployed now, and it has a one deployment named domain just because I named it. And I can create one more deployment within the same app with a different name. I'll be deploying the UI fix branch. So I'll just select UI fix and I will select the same branch. If I want auto deploy, I can enable. For this branch, I don't want. So I'll just don't select this. Once I hit on deploy, the build process again takes for the different branch. And this time it creates a deployment for a different commit ID, which is on the head of the branch, which is on the head of the UI fix branch. So we'll be able to see that here in a minute. Yeah, we can see it's a different commit ID. If you go to the branch, UI fix branch, and on the commit we can see the commit ID. Okay, it's the same thing as here. Is it visible or? Yeah, got it. Okay, some of may have a different environment. Let's say like they may not use a typical code management services like GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket. What they have is they may have something like self-hosted GitLab repository or something like that. For them, is it possible for them to deploy on Slate? Yes, it is possible, and it is made possible through by using a Catalyst CLI. So what Catalyst CLI is an essential version of what we use in the cloud infrastructure is being provided as an CLI version. We have exposed all the APIs of deploying an application through an CLI. Let's say you are having a self-hosted GitLab, and in that GitLab you will be having an option to run a runner, right? So it is an GitLab version of GitHub Actions, where you will be like given a mission to like build and deploy your application. In that particular runner, you will be able to install the Catalyst CLI, and you will be able to deploy your Catalyst application through that CLI with a token which can be like generated through Catalyst CLI itself. And yeah, now in the app has been deployed. I have made some changes in the code so that you notice some difference in the app. So this app says like this is the change, and when you go to the other app, Tomato, it says like it's a different thing. So these two are very different commits and different branches. So is that all with the Catalyst Slate? No, of course not. The major, there's like one more advantage with choosing Catalyst by Zoho than the other competitors in the space. That is Catalyst's multiple environment model. So what we have here is the app we developed is all on the development environment. When you click this drop down, you will be having an option. If you have enabled production in your project, you will be having an option to change your environment. I have enabled my option, so it shows production. If I click on production, it will automatically go to the production environment, which is completely a separate entity, which is different from the development environment, all from the fresh start. So what I did is like before coming to this presentation, I just deployed all my apps to production. So you will be having the same app. I have created and deployed the same app here with the production branch. When I click on this branch, this deployment, it will directly go to the app, and it's a different code. I mean from the same branch. So why do we go to this model? So this is the same exact model that we use inside Zoho. So inside Zoho, what we do is each and every product team. Let's say, let's take an example, Zoho CRM. Most of you may not be aware of Zoho CRM, but yeah, let's take that as an example. There are like about 1,000 to 1,500 developers in that particular product working on daily. So what we provide them is each and every developer will have their own instances in the form of virtual machines. What they will do is like they will make a change, they will make a commit in the Git repository, and it will automatically be deployed to the virtual machine, which is inside Zoho's own network. So whenever a QA guy or a manager who wants to review their code or want to like experience the changes that they made, they will directly go to the link and they will be able to see the app which is hosted on the domain. So it is the same thing, the same model has been used by Zoho to create almost like 55 plus products and over 100 plus tools inside Zoho. So the same model has been exposed via Catalyst for every other user. So what you do, what you see here is what you get. Like it is the same model that we use inside Zoho, the same model will be using by you. Why do we go to this model? Because we are able to scale with this model, and we believe everyone will be able to scale with this model. And that's all about Slate. Do you guys have any questions on particularly on this demo? Yeah, go on. Can someone give them the mic? Yeah. I mean, not.
So given the different environments that we have, so
Yeah.
how do we manage the environment variables?
Okay, the environment. Okay, I'll just show you an example here. Like, okay, so okay, I'll go to the development environment. So in this development environment, okay. Okay, got it. Okay. In the development, these two environments, right? These two environments are separate entity, all contained within the same project. I mean, so project is like a superset, and inside a project you will have a secular place where each and every environment has been positioned. So all the resource inside the development environment will be able to access the resources within that environment, and all the resources inside the production environment will be able to access the resource within the production environment. And if you want like a data store from the development environment to be accessed by a production environment, of course you will be able to do that via APIs, but it is not possible through the SDK, because like no one wants to access their production environment, I mean their development environment from production and the vice versa, right?
No, my question is, let's say you have a React app which connects to a backend.
Okay.
So it needs a URL, right? So every environment will have a different URL, backend URL.
Sorry?
So every environment will have a different backend.
Yes,
URL.
every environment will have a different domain.
Yeah, how do you configure that with Slate?
Okay, whenever we create a resource, we automatically create a new domain for that app. It's the same like the Tomato app. So this particular deployment, right? It has a domain tomato.onslate.com, and the other deployment has a different domain, which is named next12-hash.onslate.com. If you go to production environment, it will entirely have a different domain. So this is like next-production.onslate.com. So we are able to like point this particular domain belongs to this particular environment. It's just our understanding. Is it what you are asking, or?
I'm asking more on the, let's say you have a React app, right?
Okay.
That React app will eventually connect to an API to get some data. Let's say products data.
Okay, you want to know more about the environment variables?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the environment variables can be configured in two ways. One is that there is like an app level environment variable which is shared across every deployment within the same app. Let's say you have a key named domain and it has a value of example.com. This key name and value should be shared across each and every deployment. Let's say like production and pre-production. You can have you can make it available here. Or let's say if you want to have the domain to be changed in a particular deployment, there is also a feature within each deployment which is called deployment level environment variables, where you will be able to configure where you will be able to create or override an existing variable which is already there in the app level environment variable.
So can we scale each deployment horizontally and vertically?
Sorry?
Can we scale the deployment? Let's say
yes.
Traffic.
Each and every deployment can be scaled. It is scaled individually.
Okay. Does it scale horizontally or vertically?
If you have a server-side resource, it will be scaled horizontally, and we don't provide vertical scaling yet. If you want to like scale vertically, it is not automated. Like you'll be able to configure a memory here. So in the general settings of each and every deployment, if you are using like Next.js, let's say, you'll be able to configure memory for each and every deployment. Currently, it is possible to make a memory of up to 2 GB per invocation. So which is like more than enough. And based on the amount of memory you allocate per deployment, the CPU power will be increased. Let's say if you are allocating 128 MB of memory for deployment, you will be allocated with a 0.2 vCPUs. Any other questions? Yeah.
I had one small question. Is custom domain supported?
Yes, custom domain is supported. You will be able to map for each and every deployment. I'll show you here. In the home screen of every deployment, you will be having an option called domain mapping. Once you hit on add domain, you have to add a domain which you want to configure to, and you need to add 2 records to your DNS. One is a TXT record and one is a CNAME record. TXT record for verification and CNAME record for mapping your custom domain with that.
And also, I was just curious about the pricing compared to other providers like Vercel. Is it based on the resources, or what is the pricing plan for you?
Okay, the pricing plan, we don't charge for bandwidth, and we are not user per seat pricing model. We are on invocation and build time basis pricing. So the number of invocation made to your client app, you will be priced for that. And we have an extensive free plan for each and every app you create on Slate, which is more than enough for you to go to production and extend beyond production. And the free tier limit is like refillable once every month. Okay.
In case, what happens if, how can you able to manage and maintain if the deployment fails as well?
Sorry?
Deployment fail.
Okay. In case if your deployment fails, in the console you will be notified with your deployment has been failed, and you will get an email from Catalyst that your deployment has been failed.
Even the error stack will be maintained as well?
Sorry? Yeah, the latest deployment which was on success, right? That will be served.
Error log or error stack?
Yes, error log will be shown here. Okay. For server-side rendered apps like Next.js, you'll have an option called view logs here. If your API fails, the logs will be shown here. If not, if it is a success, if you are like using logger.log to log your response, it will be shown here. If your build fails, you will be able to see that in the history. You will have an option called logs where all your build logs will be shown. Is this what you are asking for?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I had 2 questions. One was, I think you have answered already, but I just like to clarify. Okay. What if my GitLab instance is behind a VPN or something, right?
Yeah.
So that is something that you said that you could use self-hosted on our
exactly,
and then you can run it.
Yes, right. You'll be using Catalyst CLI. I'll show you the Catalyst CLI docs now. So, just CLI. It will come on Google. So this is Catalyst CLI docs where you'll be able to you will be shown in the commands of how to install a CLI and how you can access it from behind a VPN. What we provide is called a token. It is a non-expirable token. Using that token, you will be authenticated to your Catalyst org account and project, and you will be able to deploy using that token. So you can run the CLI on a headless browser or a headless computer so that it will be automatically invoked.
Okay. And my second question was around, like, for example.
Sorry, not audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. My second question was around, for example, so I usually work in like GitLab CI, like we write our own CI and all that, so I'm coming from that point.
Yes.
But for example, let's say, if, for example, monorepos and when you have massive repos and all, right?
Okay.
I'm seeing that like you clone the repo first and then you do all of that stuff. So sometimes cloning itself might take like a very long time for some repos, like for example.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
So we have like some very massive repos or something, right?
Okay.
The cloning itself of the repo.
Yes, sometimes it takes.
Yeah, sometimes. So do you have any configuration of where I can, give a depth level to it, where saying that I only want this, do I have control over that process?
So you want to know about is it a full clone or partial clone or?
Do I have control over the commands that run while cloning and like in that particular pipeline?
Yes, it is possible. Like if you have a specific requirement on, you want to like make a full clone or a partial clone till a depth of 5 or something like that, based on your request, and we'll enable it for per customer use cases. Because we were not able to find a use case.
Yeah, I know it's a niche use case, but if it's, so it will have to be a request to you and
Yes,
then you
yes,
do that
yes.
first.
Just mail us at support@zoacatalyst.com. We'll be able to do that for you, or we'll enable that for you.
Good, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Can someone like? Okay. Oh, sorry.
Does it support Docker containers?
Docker container is being supported in a different service called AppSale. I'll show you that service now. So, okay, I'm on production environment. I'll just go to development environment. So this is Catalyst serverless service, where we have a separate service called Catalyst AppSale, which is an compute only service where you'll be able to deploy Docker container and Docker images. You will be able to invoke that container image with an URL which we provide, with ends with the suffix Catalyst AppSale dot based on the DC you deployed your app on.
That's it. Thank you.
Got it. Yeah. Network reconnaissance. Sorry. Yes, it is possible. Like whenever you get a GET request on your app, you want that to be logged, right? On your app. Yes, it is possible. Like just I showed, right? The view logs button. On pressing that, all your logs will be shown here. Yeah, kind of like that. And if you, yeah.
Hello. Does it support project transfer to other people?
Sorry, not audible. Can you like?
Does it support project transfer to other people? Let's say I build something and I want to transfer entire app directly to some other account. Does it support?
Yeah, Catalyst has a feature called Catalyst IAC. What it does is like it will take your project clone as a zip, and if you like want to share that same project to someone else and who wants to deploy the same project to Catalyst, once you import that zip file, all your configuration will be cloned to the new project.
So it requires manual.
Yes, it requires manual process. If you want to automate it, it is possible.
Okay. And one thing you mentioned that multiple environments are supported,
yes.
Right? So does all environments are public? Or
yes, it is public. You will be able to see an option within Catalyst, like it says deploy to production or something like that. When you press a button, you will have both the environments enabled for your account for that project.
Vercel also support multiple environment,
yes.
But only production is public and rest of is authenticated only.
Okay, based on your use case, we'll be able to enable that particular option for you. If you want your development environment to be non-public, let's say you want only your collaborators of that account should be able to access that particular environment, we'll be able to do that. And actually, we don't find that one as, there was no use case to that, because like all your apps are going to be behind an authentication system. So anyway, like the external user won't be able to access your app, and you will also have an option to password protect your deployment.
Okay, and do we have webhook kind of support there?
Webhook for?
Webhook for events.
Yes, yes. What we do is like there's a service called DevOps, which has a feature named application alerts. In that alerts, you will be able to configure alerts for every event which happens in your account. It can either be an email or an role which is associated with your Catalyst org, or to a webhook. Anyone else? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you support edge functions?
Edge functions is not currently supported. Okay. Even the competitors who provide edge functions, like they have very limited capabilities which can be achieved with edge functions. And if it is a mandatory requirement, we will be able to provide that as a service. But it is not a full-fledged function, and it won't work as how an user is expecting. Yeah.
Okay. Is it under your roadmap?
Sorry, not audible.
Is it under your roadmap?
Yeah, it is under the roadmap, and it is possible for us to provide as soon as if you have a requirement on that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Hi.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
One, if I want to execute something as a cron, for example, right?
Cron.
I have
I
have a Next.js API.
Okay.
That can be invoked either from the browser directly, or can
from
I give the URL and invoke it as a cron? Do you have a cron service?
It is possible. What we offer is a service called job scheduling. So I'll show you that service. Okay. Okay. Super. So this is the job scheduling service. What you create is here is a job pool, and in the job pool you will be able to create a job, and you can associate a job with a Catalyst job function. So in the job function you can create, you can write functions on JavaScript, Python or Java. So and you can schedule it based on the cron expression or whichever the way you like you want to like configure.
But what if I've deployed the application using Slate?
Okay. If you have deployed your app through Slate, you will have an option to like attach a Catalyst function to that, and that function be a job function, and you will be able to like schedule it instantly based on the SDK we provide or by invoking an API.
Great. And my last question, access and error logs
Okay.
right, that are generated by the users for the application.
Okay.
For what duration can I view it inside Slate?
Sorry?
By default. For how long the access logs are
Okay,
maintained?
it will be stored for like 15 days, I guess. Okay, 30 days in production and 15 days in development environment. And if you want, you can like simply export your, you can directly export your logs to Catalyst status.
Okay. Option to drain it to other external systems?
No. Status is,
Datadog or something?
yeah, if you want, you can directly make an API call to that service and store it there. Okay.
Thanks.
And the Catalyst Slate has been enabled for you guys. I just got a confirmation from my magic guy. So just hard refresh, Command Shift R if you are on Mac. If you are on Linux or something else, press a super key and Shift R. You'll be able to access.
Hi.
No,
you should be able to access it in the left pane. So if you're not able to see it, you can just click on either the grid icon, the more services list, and Slate will be available here for you if you are not able to see it. Sorry, Rangarajan, please go ahead.
Yeah. Got it. Sorry, someone else.
I have a question.
Sorry, where are you?
Yeah. So in the Netlify, we have a service like called, we can integrate a third-party build extensions to a Netlify team, and we can run those in a action-like situation.
Okay.
So similar service is offering here.
Okay. Since you have mentioned the competitor, what he offers is like he simply builds an app. All those integrations are not deeply rooted to the product. So what you do is like you make an integration and make an entry in a file name .toml, and you will make like the provider is this and the API is this, and when Netlify builds that app, it will make sure to use that API. That's the process that they are doing. And if you want to achieve the same thing with Catalyst, you will be able to achieve. And we find like there is no particular reason to be integrated to every other provider that they give. And if it is a requirement from a user, like integration of that sort is required, we'll actively work on it. Yeah.
Hi. Let's hold questions for a couple of minutes now. We'll just wrap up the demo and we'll come and get back to you guys later because we want to run the competition as well after this. So let's do the demo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'll take your questions through this medium. Just scan and post your questions in the Discord server. There's a channel called discussions. Kindly post your questions there if you have any. I'll try to answer. If you don't have a Discord, just take a picture and join later. And since you guys know like how to deploy an app, just I showed you. Like just deploy an app on Catalyst Slate, try, and you'll have an option to win that exciting gift. Can I change the slide? Okay. Everyone joined, right? Or take a picture? Can you make a sound or something like that? Okay. Got it. So many owls here. Anyone feeling sleepy? Oh, you are not, of course. You guys are. Anyone else sleeping? Like, if you are sleeping, just let me know. Okay. I guess everyone's sleeping. Okay. Once you have deployed your app, scan this new QR where you will be given an option to make an entry. In that, we'll pick a random winner who will get that gift. Only if you have deployed the app, you will be able to submit the form. We have made some background checks on that. Also, we'll check, we'll also see the winner's app in the screen live. And if you face any deployment failures, let me know. I'll ask my team to like go to your place. Or raise your hands, they'll come directly to your place.